everybody.
Well, I was going to say, we actually have a local
Cruz,
small business printer,
right
and there
now.
are other listings that are very useful in communities where you can go.
I want to make sure that everybody.
Well, when I mean big, I should clarify that. Not necessarily, when I say big box store, we mean a store that does printing.
Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm taking a look right now to see what platforms are live. It looks like Facebook may not be live. Let's take a look. All right, let me know if you can see me. Hi, Avenue. Which platform are you on? You're on Periscope? Okay, perfect. Can anybody from Facebook chime in and let me know whether or not you can hear me and that everything is streaming well? We're going to give it a minute here. This is really important. It's about the recall of Gavin Newsom. Okay, it looks like it is streaming. Perfect. Wonderful. Please give this a share so that way everybody can get online. Also give it a like. You're going to hear a reboot here, but just be patient. Facebook has kicked us off of our RAN Action Fund page, so we just want to make sure that everybody is getting online and hearing our outreach today. So, hello everybody, I'm Erin Cruz. Many of you know that. The approved petition to recall Gavin Newsom is found at ranaf.org. That's ranactionfund.org, or recallgavinnow.com. I wanted to come to you tonight and let you know that on Monday we're going to have a very large announcement. So please make sure that you're plugged in. Go to our volunteer list or our newsletter on ranaf.org. Sign up if you aren't already. Please do that. And then when the announcement comes out, it will come out in email. Please share it with all of your friends. Again, our Facebook page, which only has like 4,000 likes, that's RAN Action Fund Facebook page, has been stopped from being fed onto the news feed. The only people who can like it are the people who actually go directly to the page. I'm not even sure if you can share it. So we need to make sure that, we were reaching 250,000 to 300,000 people per day to 2 days on Facebook. And Facebook has now since throttled us, citing spam. We don't spam. We, as a matter of fact, only post information there. And then our very avid Recall Gavin Now folks out there go spam it everywhere, if you want to call it that, sharing it with Californians and their friends and family across the country, which is what social media is supposed to be for. Sharing information, sharing news, sharing perspectives. Unfortunately, we put in a lot of different appeals to Facebook with no reprieve in sight. So we are going to be counting on you to get our newsletter and share our newsletter out with all of your friends and family, especially Monday, because we have a very, very large announcement. But tonight, what I wanted to come to you with was something important and close to my heart. We have literally thousands and thousands of volunteers out on the streets throughout California circulating our RANAF recall petition, a recall petition to recall Gavin Newsom. And I just want to tell everybody thank you. There was a huge outpouring of support from the people in Palmdale, all the way up to Solano County had a great event at the DMV parking lot up there. There are several events in that area. over the weekend and the course of Sunday. And then many, many other towns across California, be it rural, urban. I know there are many events over in Orange County. The big question is, how do I know where to find the RANAF Erin Cruz recall petition? You go to recallgavinnow.com. That's recallgavinnow.com. There's a map there that states your signing locations. There are permanent signing locations. There are pop-up locations. The point is that you can go to that map to find that information. If you are a pop-up location, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a pop-up location, an independent circulator, or an individual who's out there, or a group or a club, and you're circulating petitions, we need those petitions in every single week. When I say in, I mean to the county authorized personnel, okay? I don't know, where do I find that? ranaf.org, okay? That is your go-to place for everything related to our recall of Gavin Newsom. That is the official campaign committee website. All of the information on there is legitimate. It is official. You can count on the data. If you see something wrong, let us know. But this is the official website for our recall petition, RANAF petition, okay, for Erin Cruz. So if you want to find your location, you go to ranaf.org, petition location. How do you find that on our website? Well, if you go to our website, there's going to be a drop down. Why am I going over this? Because a lot of people have asked, and I need to get this to you. Go to that drop down menu on our website, and you're going to see petition locations. There's a lot of information on that page. You're going to find a couple of different sections. One section is where you can find signing locations, okay, on a map. It's a Google map with all of our signing locations. Those are pop-up locations, permanent locations. Great. So that's one resource. But if you scroll down farther, you're going to see a list, because not everybody is good with that map and technology and other things. We want to give you kind of a multifaceted way to get the information you need. Scroll down. You're going to see a list of permanent signing locations and drop-off locations. What does that mean? That means that if you want to sign the petition in your area, you're going to have locations where you can do that. Hopefully. If you don't and you want to be a signing location, we can help make that happen. Just send us an email. But in terms of that list, you're going to find signing locations. You're also going to find drop-off locations and mail-in locations. That is an approved list. That is a committee-approved list of places you can safely and securely return your petitions, as long as it says mail-in or drop-off location. You can securely leave your petitions at that site with that person there at that site, and know that they are going to turn those petitions in that they gather into their authorized personnel. Okay, we have to get all of the petitions that are across California in. We need them in this week. Then we need them in early next week. And don't wait until next week, because if you take your petitions and you give them to a drop-off location, we need to get those petitions to authorized personnel who can take those petitions in, look at them, make sure everything's good to go, tally all the petitions up, and file them with the county clerk. These petitions have to go through a process. They need to get filed with the county clerk appropriately by our committee authorized personnel. So take your petitions, drop them off at a drop-off location or a mail-in location in your county. If you're unsure of where that might be, if you don't see it on the map, you don't see it on the list, guess what? We have another option for you. You can look right on the sideline of that same page, ranaf.org/drop-off locations. You're going to see on the side of that page the county, okay, and regional officials. So you can find your regional official and say, hey, where is the person that I need to drop off to? And it's important that you get that information to those people, to those individuals, okay? And make sure that you adequately get them in on time. So for example, many of you have signing locations this weekend. We need to make sure that you get those signing petitions all circulated, filled out, all the circulator area filled out, turned in Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, so your authorized personnel will officially get them and be able to file them with the clerk. The sooner, the better. What we don't want is individuals holding on to petitions for too long. Many things can happen, and those petitions that are being circulated are confidential. They need to only be viewed by the people who are garnering signatures, and they need to only be viewed by the voter registrar's office. So these petitions need to be secure. It's really, really important. I think that also, likewise, it's important to say that your participation is key. We are a grassroots movement. We are a grassroots movement. I'll say that again. We don't have big consulting firms and big conglomerates that are pushing this agenda and patting all the pockets of special interests. No, this is largely moved by the people. Okay, we have a lot of strong people who are of influence here in the state of California, supporting, giving their time, talent, and in some cases their finance to be able to help us. But I think the point is, it comes down to you and me. Who do we have donating to this cause to help get the petitions out to volunteers? Mom and pops, okay? $10 and $15 donations, largely helping run this campaign. And so we are counting on stretching those dollars as much as possible to be able to make this happen, to make this recall happen. And you know what? It's working. People are out there in droves signing up and to recall Gavin Newsom. It's pretty amazing. But we need you to make sure that if you're out there circulating, or if you've taken a stack of petitions to your church group or your Bible study or your club down the street or your senior center, wherever it might be, that we get those back. You can also, if you need to, mail your petitions to our headquarters address, our committee headquarters address, which is in San Diego. And that information can be found on ranaf.org. And it can be found on our Contact Us page at the bottom, along with our petitions page at the bottom. That address is 8690 Arrow Drive, number 115-304, San Diego, California, 92123. You can return them there if need be, but we try to ask that very vibrantly that you keep your petitions in your county, that the further they travel, the longer it takes for us to make sure they get in the right authorized personnel hands and then filed in your county. So we've largely made sure that we do have representatives in each county. There are a few counties still outstanding. For those counties, we have a person that's outside of the county that's driving in to make sure that these petitions get filed with the clerk. But again, we need those petitions back. And then I want to let you know that you have my support out there. You guys are on the front lines with the communities, with your communities, in your neighborhoods, and in your town. And this is your opportunity to reach your communities in your town and share with them what you think has been going wrong in California. Look, I'm volunteering to recall Gavin Newsom because we have a lot of issues in our state. But remember, everybody, that we all might have a bit of a different view about why we want to recall Gavin Newsom. One of the common causes for people wanting to recall Gavin Newsom, taxes, spending our money on programs that he's brought in, that Gavin Newsom has brought in and been apportioned for certain purposes, and then decided that, nope, he's going to move those purposes to another pet project of his. Misappropriation of funds and that sort of thing. But most people will agree on taxes. Talk to them about that if that's their concern. But I think the biggest thing is when people come to you and ask, why are you recalling them? Show them the petition. Show them our reasoning, and then ask them, are you in favor of the governor, and why is it that you'd like to recall Gavin Newsom? And see what they have to say. Everybody has a bit of a different reason why. And across the state, we're finding that's very specific by county. And even by town. Different towns have different types of industry or businesses that operate there. And doesn't matter what kind of business it is, but the policies that Gavin Newsom is failing California on, universal across those industries. I mean, be it the hairdressers who are concerned about some of the policies relating to them being private contractors and booth rents and other things, to the truckers and employment and being private contractors or not, to the Uber drivers with the same. Maybe also hunting and fishing guys are really concerned about the gun laws, or it may be that just Second Amendment advocates are concerned with the gun laws, or parents with parental rights. But I think the biggest thing is listening to your public and understanding that their reason may be different than yours, and whatever reason it might be, they, as long as they are a California registered voter, okay, a California registered voter, they can cast their signature on the RANAF recall petition of Gavin Newsom. And then if they've moved, they may need to re-register. Make sure you have, if you're a circulator out there, make sure you have registration forms, voter registration forms on you, because there may be somebody who hasn't registered to vote, but they're really unhappy with Gavin Newsom, and they are eligible to be a registered voter, and they want to register. Allow them to register, and then let them sign the petition. Allow them to participate in this community activism and fight to save California. We have to all work together. I hear out there that there is some tension in the communities about what Gavin Newsom is doing, especially because of the blackouts and the government overreach. Be calm. Be supportive of your neighbors and your townsmen who are there coming to you because they want to recall Gavin Newsom. Our job out there as community activists and volunteers and as members in our communities is to make sure that we are helping the community cast their signature to recall Gavin Newsom if that's what they want to do. Be a help. Servant leadership is important, and we all are serving our communities in this cause. And I want to thank each and every one of you who are involved, who've signed up, and who are circulating. It's a big task, and it's not impossible. I was just on the John and Ken show yesterday, and in fact, they mentioned something about grassroots, and how is it that grassroots are going to be able to accomplish this? Don't undermine and underestimate the power and the will of the people of this great state of California. California is not gone. We've just been silent for far too long. We've allowed the consulting firms and the big interest and the big groups and parties and affiliates to control our state rather than playing an active role in making sure our government remains in check. This right now, ladies and gentlemen, is our opportunity to make sure the government and the governor stays in check, and that this kind of unchecked leadership that's up there in Sacramento won't be tolerated, and we can express that and take charge in our communities right now. Do I believe in the grassroots movement and all of you out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no doubt that all of us across party lines can come together and stand up against big government spending, big government waste, big government taxes, big government mismanagement, and take this state back. The gubernatorial recall of Gavin Newsom, failed leadership here in the state, is just the beginning of us taking ownership of this great, great, great state of California. It's just the beginning. People are leaving in droves. They just want to have a good life and opportunity. We are the last stand. We have to make this change. And just remember, don't look to the next guy, because he's likely looking to the next guy, and the next guy's looking to the next guy. The change and the opportunities start right with you, right now, not tomorrow, right now. There's always something that you can do. Calling your neighbors, calling your friends, calling your family. If you're listening to this in another state and you know friends and family in California, get on the phone, call them, let them know. Send them an email about ranaf.org/petition. Let them know that we are recalling Gavin Newsom. And then please, we need your help financially because this is grassroots. We just had the other day a gal ask for some petitions to be able to circulate to her church group. She's on a fixed income. We mail them out petitions. She can't afford them. So we mail them out anyway, obviously. And that's what we're here for. But we need everybody's help to be able to make this happen. There's another group over in a neighboring town here, mid-California, mid-state, and they needed 100 petitions because they know they could garner 250 to 300 signatures. We sent them out. There are many people who've printed off one petition and are making copies, and that is I commend everybody who's just taking charge and doing it on your own, but not everybody can. And we are trying to do our best to be able to make sure that every single Californian can cast their vote, their signature on a petition, and recall Gavin Newsom if that's what they choose. We want to help make that happen, but we need your help. So if you're able to forego a latte, okay, or make that investment in the campaign, in the initiative, we would be grateful. You can go to ranaf.org/donate, or just go to the main page. There's a donate link. We're appreciative and grateful for everything. Like I said, $10 and $15 donations generally are what we're receiving right now, and they go a long way. And most of what we're seeing are volunteers stepping up. We have one gal, she's retired, and she actually, what is she doing volunteering? She actually looks through, sees if there are any issues with petitions, maybe they're signed wrong or there's a discrepancy, and she makes sure that she follows up and gets a new petition to somebody and make sure that they're able to cast their signature. We have individuals who are helping us make phone calls, phone banking, and follow up with people who need and have questions about the petition, how to fill it out, how they get in touch with this person or that person relating to the campaign and initiative in their area. We have individuals who are volunteering on the ground at booths throughout the state. And then we have the go-getters like Suzanne and many, 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 many others who just took this and ran. And now they're holding signing sites in their entire county with teams of individuals. And I will give that shout out to Ventura County. But in large, folks, we all can play a role. We just need you to get involved. I'm going to go now. I know I haven't really taken a breath, but it's also a Saturday night, and I know you guys want to get back to your evening, but I want to go right now and take a few questions. And because I think it's important that we make sure that we answer as many questions as we can, though I want to remind you, you can get your questions answered by going to our official website, and that website is ranaf.org, okay? There's a drop-down tab, full instructions on there. You go there and you're going to see a QA, and it's long, and there's a lot of information, but I'm going to tell you, if you want to really know the answers to your questions, I know you want to just shoot off a quick question on social media. We're all very busy, and we're all trying to get signatures. If you could take the time, make the time, this is very important, go and read that information for yourself. Make sure there's nothing that you've missed. Make sure you have all the information you need to be able to circulate or sign your petitions or get signatures from your friends and family, especially as the holidays are coming up. Please do so. But right now, I'm going to take a moment and answer a few questions on the feed. All right, I hear that SLO County turned in over 1,300 signatures last week. That is awesome. We need to be turning in 1,300 signatures every week, several hundreds and hundreds of signatures every day, in fact, in each county. So folks, if you're in SLO County, San Luis Obispo, they need your help. They need to make that 2,300. 4,300, 5,300. If you're in San Luis Obispo or if you have family and friends there, they need more signatures. They need your help. Great job. Great job. Let's take a look. Let's see. We have a few trolls. Okay, you know, when you're doing things right, people just want to shoot you down. Don't give up, guys. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Cinderella, we have a lot of people. We've been circulating this petition since September 6th. Everybody needs to sign the ranaf.org petition. That's Erin Cruz petition. If you don't know which one that is, because there are many hundreds of initiatives out there. School initiatives, church type initiatives, faith initiatives, all different kinds of initiatives out there. Forms in front of the grocery stores, you name it. If you don't know which one is the Erin Cruz recall petition from RAN Action Fund, look at it. It is a legal size document. Okay, I'm going to make sure, I've got to just make sure that you can see. Okay, legal size document, and it's going to say Erin Cruz. Okay, Erin Cruz. And then it has the circulator section at the bottom, a big circulator section. It's 1 inch at the top. It's about 3/4 of an inch at the side, and then there's a circulator section down at the bottom. Make sure the entire petition prints out. If you have any questions about how to get that printed out, if you need it printed out for you, if you have a local copy shop near you, that you can go online and email them the file, tell them it needs to be on legal size paper, make sure it prints out okay. Just costs a couple dollars, maybe even $1, it depends on where you go. And that's very simple. And if you don't, again, if you live in a very rural area and you don't have a signing location near you, let us know by emailing join@ranaf.org, or you can go to our website and hit contact us. I'm going to go back to the questions. Yes, so Story says it's called Arrogance of Newsom. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so there's somebody is mentioning, please talk about getting petitions out of county leads. So here's the thing. All of you, be it an individual circulator, so you've gone to your church group, you've taken 5 petitions and you've filled them out, you have them all, the circulator section is filled out, and you need to get them back to someone. Okay, you can go on our map, which is recallgavinnow.com, or you can go to ranaf.org to the signing locations, or to the petition locations tab, on the drop down. You'll click that, you'll see our map, but underneath the map is a list of authorized drop-off and mail-in locations. Okay, go there, see if you have somebody for your county. If you do, and they don't have their information listed, but they have a phone number, call them and ask them if you can mail your documents to them. Make sure that you're touching base with someone. And then if you don't have somebody in your area, what you can do is you can go down further on the page. Go to all the way to the bottom. Okay, all the way to the bottom of that locations page. All the way to the bottom, there's going to be authorized personnel. You're going to click it. It's not necessarily going to download. It'll open another screen in your computer or on your phone, on your smartphone. It'll open up another screen, and you can just scroll through the document to find your county. Many counties large counties have 4 or 5 authorized personnel that receive petitions. If you don't have a mail-in location or a drop-off location in your county, you can look at the authorized personnel list and reach out to your authorized personnel in your county to let them know you have petitions you want to get to them. Let them know you have petitions to get to them. They need to know this because we have literally over 1 million petition line items circulating out there. Okay, we need them back. So we want to make sure that we get them back. So if you're an individual circulator or a local circulator, make sure that you get your petitions to the drop-off locations. If you don't have that drop-off location, please scroll to the bottom of that locations page on ranaf.org to find the authorized personnel list and get that document and your documents and petitions to your authorized personnel. There are no street addresses, except for a few cases of businesses, on that authorized personnel list for a reason, but there is the county listing and the city where these individuals are located, as well as a contact piece of information. There may be an email and or a phone number reach out to that person, let them know you have petitions and that you'd like to send them in to them because you don't have a location in your area. Make sure you let them know who you are, let them know where you're located, and a way where you can be contacted. Okay, that does us no good if you just reach out and you say, hi, my name is so-and-so, this is what's going on, help me. Let's have a phone number, let's have an email, for example. If you're calling on the telephone, make sure not everybody has caller ID. Make sure that you leave your phone number and or your email to these individuals so they can get back to you. It's very important that we make sure that you can get back to these individuals. Lastly, the authorized personnel are responsible for filing with the county clerks. They need to file expediently, regularly, and systematically. They have a lot of paperwork they have to go through, so they have to plan. So please, if you're doing events on the weekend, get in contact with your drop-off location or your authorized personnel. For example, if you are a drop-off location or if you are a holder of petitions, get in contact with your authorized personnel on Mondays and let them know that you have about X petitions and you need to get them to them, and work with that person, build that relationship, so that way as you move along through this process, we can get the system flow of paperwork through as efficiently as possible. There's 1.5 million signatures, a lot of paperwork, so we need to make sure that we do that as efficiently as possible. I'm going to move on to the next question. Oh wow, so Avenue C Boy said, I went to Lancaster today, I hope you signed. Artemis says, let's make this happen. We are making this happen. And in fact, it's not just me, it's you. It's all of you out there fighting on the front lines, sharing with your communities. You are making this Recall Gavin Newsom a possibility for the future of California. Let's see. Okay, I can hear you. I'm here for the party. Wesley says, I'm here for the party. I hope this is a great party on a Saturday night. It is Saturday night, right? Time flies. Yes, it is. Recalling Gavin Newsom is a party every day of the week. Let's take a look. What other questions? What are coalitions doing? Okay, so we at ranaf.org, okay, and Erin Cruz and the committee to recall Gavin Newsom here for this petition, we are in charge of making sure that the petitions are secure, that the people have everything that they need, that the petition is made available. And then also we raise money to be able to circulate the petition, do advertising, provide materials and supplies, and all these different things to be able to get out the message about the initiative. What are coalitions and how do they work? Coalitions are groups. They're functioning groups or clubs or movements that may have varying views. Some can be pro-gun, some can be pro-life, some can be anti-gun, some can be parental advocacy, faith advocacy, some may be party-affiliated organizations. Basically, coalitions are groups of gathered people for a common cause. And in California, we have a lot of those and many varying views. Not just Republican, not just Democrat, not just Libertarian, not just Independent, American Independent Party, which, by the way, Gavin Newsom's trying to do away with, but many differing views, cross-party lines in some cases, and a lot of them want to get involved in the recall of Gavin Newsom. So if you're out there and you're involved with a group that's pushing the Recall Gavin Newsom petition, RANAF petition, that's by Erin Cruz, which says Erin Cruz at the top. That's how you can know this is distinguishing. Erin Cruz at the top. It's a legal size form, inch at the top, about 3/4 inches on the side. If you're involved with a coalition that's helping within their group and their party-affiliated movement or club or whatever it might be, you're involved in a group that's supporting our petition out there in the state. Okay? If you want to donate directly to the petition and our initiative and our advertising and our materials and supplies to the people of the state of California, you need to go to our official committee page. That's ranaf.org. That's ranaf.org. Let me put that here. If you want the petition, you're going to go to ranaf.org petition. If you want to be involved in a coalition, there may be many different coalitions out there. Get involved. They're generally organizing for whatever other causes they're moving forward with, and your participation with them is strongly encouraged because you may have common ground in different areas, and we want to see that you're as supported as you can be out there in the field. I know that different coalitions have different rules. Please abide by their rules and participate in the way you want. If you don't want to be involved in coalitions and you simply want to get your recall petition, go to that link, ranaf.org. ranaf.org, and get your petition. If you just want to sign it somewhere else, look for a location. recallgavinnow.com on our map or on our list of locations to sign. You don't have to be part of a coalition to sign the petition. You don't have to be part of a coalition to circulate petitions. You can volunteer with us. Largely, there's an information page where you can find information on our site about how to circulate, what you need. You will have to do a little bit of research for yourself in your community to find places where you can go. Maybe you have a friend who has a business and is okay with you setting up outside shop. Make sure you follow up with them and ask for permission to do so. Some big corporations require advance notice. They also may require you fill out paperwork in advance as well. So please check in your community. The important part is you have one, the petition, printed accurately, clearly, no copy lines, on white paper, legal size paper with the correct margins. All of the information is on our website about that. Okay? You have what's called a voter registration card. Those are long cards where people can register to vote. You need to have those with you. You can find them at the DMV. You can find them at the local registrar's office. If you're going to be doing circulations in large volume, you may need to go to your registrar's office and request copies and provide them our information. That information is also on the instructions, long instructions page at the bottom. All of our information, like our address, phone number, contact, all of that is there so you can get a big stack of registration forms if that's what you're doing. Then you can make sure and have clipboards with you. Make sure that you have separate clipboards if you have like a tri-county where you might have 3